Hello, my name is Erin Moore. I'm one of the music therapists at Iowa City Hospice. I'll be playing The Butterfly, which is a traditional Irish tune that is supposed to sound like the motions of a butterfly as it flies.
Hello, my name is Kara Toma, and I am the Psychosocial Services Manager here at Iowa City Hospice. Thank you for joining us for our Fall Memorial Service and Butterfly Release. We are thinking of you and keeping you all in our thoughts during this strange time. While such an important loss is difficult to deal with under usual circumstances, working through your grief is even more difficult now. We are pleased to offer this service in a unique way. We hope that this service and memorializing your loved one in our butterfly release will bring you some peace and support. To start our program, our spiritual counselor, Maury, will begin with a reading.
Hi, my name is Maury Campbell. I am one of the spiritual counselors at Iowa City Hospice. And our first reading today is an Irish prayer, and it's entitled, Longing for One More Day. When we lose someone we love, it seems like the time stands still. What moves through us is a silence, a quiet sadness, a longing for one more day, one more word, one more touch. We may not understand why you have left this earth so soon, or why you left before we were ready to say goodbye, but little by little, we begin to remember not just that you died, but that you lived, and that your life gave us memories too beautiful to forget. We will see you again someday in a place where there is no parting, a place where there are no words that mean goodbye.
Hello, my name is Rhonda Miller. I'm one of the music therapists with Iowa City Hospice, and I will be singing We Celebrate These Lives by Robert E. Kraut. As we gather here to celebrate today, bathed in memories of those who've passed this way, we're reflections of our direction celebrate these lives. We celebrate these lives. So with thoughts of you held safe within our hearts, like the morning sun when evening's chill departs, we'll forever be together as with the music like our future starts. Join us as we celebrate today. Listen to our hearts and they will sing as our love takes to the wind and flies. We celebrate these lives. We celebrate these lives.
Hi, my name is Kurt Larson, and I'm the spiritual counselor here at Iowa City Hospice. And we're gathered to honor and remember those who have made a journey, the ultimate journey, to a place that is far better than here on earth. In order to learn more about this journey, I wanted to take a look at the monarch butterfly and how the monarch butterfly prepares for its journey. And I think in the same way it can help us prepare for our final journey as well. See, butterflies and humans have more in common than what people think. I mean, butterflies and humans, for instance, are both magnificent, wonderful creations. Now, the Bible says that we praise God because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. That's true of the wonderful insects that God made, but that's also true of every single individual, every single person that God makes as well. Each person is amazing and beautiful and unique in their own way. Butterflies teach us all about change. Change is part of life, and I don't know if there's any more well-known change, transformation in all of the natural world than the transformation that a monarch butterfly makes from egg to caterpillar to mature butterfly. In the same way, all through our lives, we as people are constantly changing, constantly journeying. That's the third thing we have in common. Butterflies are built to explore and to make a journey, and so are human beings as well. We're built for the journey, and I'd just like to share with you, going through the stages of the butterfly, sharing with you how that relates to us as people and the journey, the final journey that all of us get to make. First of all, the monarch butterfly starts out as a very small egg, the size of the pin, the head of a pin on a needle. It's so small, and it's attached to a milkweed because milkweed is essential for monarch butterflies. It's the only thing they feed on when they're really young. Now, when they're eggs, they don't travel very much. They don't get around too much. They're pretty much stuck to that little leaf that they're connected to. In much the same way, when we're really young, well, we're pretty much connected to home. We're with our parents who protect us and watch over us. We don't travel very far. We do explore. We explore the different rooms in the house. We find out where different things are. We increase our range as we get older, but we yearn for more. We yearn to expand our boundaries and to see different things. But an egg doesn't just stay an egg. The monarch egg soon becomes a caterpillar. And a caterpillar is an amazing little insect. It's all legs, right? I mean, there are so many legs on a caterpillar. There's 6 that work and 10 that are just there for show, I guess. But they're always getting around. And they love to search for milkweed. Again, milkweed is the only thing monarch caterpillars can eat. And that's why milkweed plants are so important to the monarch butterfly. But they go around the garden exploring, trying to find milkweed that they can eat so that will sustain them and help them grow. And that is similar to our own adolescence. You know, the caterpillar is the adolescent monarch. And in the same way, we have our own adolescence that we go to where we get our legs under our feet. We start to explore as we enter into our preteen years and our teenage years, the high school years. We start to go to school. We separate from our parents. We make our own friends. We start to get involved in our community or with sports teams. We start to explore and our range becomes larger and larger because that's what life's about. Exploring and discovering new experiences. But of course, adolescence doesn't last forever. Pretty soon, a caterpillar undergoes an amazing transformation. It wraps itself in its own cocoon. And then, a few days later, emerges as a beautiful butterfly. You know, if you saw a caterpillar and you saw a butterfly and you didn't know anything about it, you would think they are two totally different creatures, two totally different animals, not even related to each other. That's the power of transformation, and that's the power of change. But that little insect that was once all legs now becomes a different kind of insect that looks like it's all wings, and it's made to fly. And whereas before the caterpillar was limited to just the yard and the garden, now the butterfly can fly miles to different yards. It's no longer limited to eating just milkweed. It eats all sorts of different wildflowers and feeds off of them. It experiences all sorts of new and different and wonderful experiences. And that's what we find as adults too. When we leave adolescence and go into maturity, we start our adventure. You know, one of my favorite things about being a spiritual counselor at Iowa City Hospice is all the different people I get to talk to, and so many people who share with me the adventures they've experienced in their life. Now, some of them have traveled all over the world, and they have exciting tales to tell. Some of them haven't traveled out of the state of Iowa, but they too have a story to tell and adventures to share. Experiences that they've gone through and discoveries that they've made and lessons that they've learned all along the way, because that's what life is all about. It's an adventure of discovery. Whether you're a monarch butterfly or a human being, we're always exploring, always finding new places to go to, always experiencing new things. But you know, monarchs have one final journey they have to make after they reach adulthood, and it's the most amazing journey of all. Right now it's August, and right now it's beautiful and warm. This is the kind of weather that monarch butterflies love. In fact, they just love warm weather. They don't do very well in the cold. So once it starts to get a little cool outside, they notice that change and they make their final journey, the most amazing journey that you can think of for a butterfly. You see, because they can't handle the cold, they need to go to a different place, a warmer place, a better place. And that place is called Mexico. That's where the monarch butterfly spends its winters. Now, the thing about that is it's a very specific mountain range in Mexico that they make that journey to. And that mountain range in Mexico from Iowa is not 2 miles away or 20 miles away or 200 miles away. It's 2,000 miles away from Iowa. So the monarch butterflies you see in your yard will travel 2,000 miles to Mexico so that they can hibernate for the winter. They have to do that. It's a journey they must take. And when you think about a monarch butterfly making the journey of 2,000 miles, it's pretty amazing when you think that the average flight speed of your monarch butterfly is 5 miles an hour. That's a long journey for them to make. But perhaps the most amazing thing about the long journey that they make is they've never been to Mexico before. They've never been a few miles away from where they were born. and yet they know exactly where they need to go. And somehow they make that journey to that better place. Now, scientists don't know exactly how that is. They don't know exactly how monarch butterflies know to go to that certain mountain range in Mexico 2,000 miles away. It is, in a word, miraculous. It's something that's not explainable in our finite minds with our simple explanations. It's something beyond what we know of right now. Which brings us to our final journey. We have a final journey to make, an exciting one, just like those butterflies do. When we breathe our last breath, when our heart beats for its last time, each one of us will go on our final journey. And I believe that final journey is to a place that is far better than where we are right now. Far better than where we live. A place that God himself has prepared for us. A place that the Bible calls heaven. That's the final journey each of us gets to make. And that's our eventual destination. Now, like those butterflies going to Mexico, we've never been there before, so it's probably scary for us to think about. But we can take comfort in knowing that so many others have made that journey, and it is a far, far better place we go to than we are at right now. The Bible describes it this way: a place where there's no more pain, no more suffering, no more tears, and no more death. Like the butterfly, we're built for the journey, and eventually we make that journey home to heaven, a place we've never been before. Thanks.
I'm Emmy Shaver. I'm the music therapist at Iowa City Hospice, and I will be singing To Where You Are. Who can say for certain, maybe you're still here? I feel you all around me, your memory's so clear. Deep in the stillness, I can hear you speak. You're still an inspiration. Can it be that you are mine forever, love? And you are watching over me from up above. know you're there. A breath away is not far to where you are.
Hello, my name is Julie, and I'm a bereavement counselor with Iowa City Hospice. And now we're going to have a reading of the names. Are you ready? Kathy Ahern, Corinne Ashby, Sue Barber, James Bartlett, Luann Bowling, Midge Brenneman, Alice Brisky, Barbara Brodsky, Colleen Buckman, Sharon Kristen, Jean Clark, Jim Clayton, Carol Klein, Kathy Crawford, Margaret Kroc, Candy Cummins, Lois DeBoer, Richard DeBoer, Sania Denny, Mary Colleen Duffy Schropp, Roberta Durian, Leroy Dua, Pauline Edmondson, Chalmers Bump Elliott, Ada Fisher, William Fruin, Dale Garing, Diane Gibson, Brad Gilpin, Floyd Goddard, Judy Goddard, David Hacker, Ron Haight, Dale Hammer, Dorothy Henderson, Randall Lee Henderson, Esther Hendrickson, Noah Herring, Scott Lee Hines, John Holliday, Larry and Wileen Hassler, Nova Jarrett, Richard Jedlicka, Betty Lou Jedlicka, Robert Jedlicka, Natalie Louise Jennings, Sheila Jennings, E. Via Johnson, Dorothy A. Collar, Phyllis Kelso, Professor Dr. James C.P. Liang, Robin Lilly, James Lively, Gerhard Lowenberg, Joyce Lortz, Gerald James Mead, Brenda Muse, Lois Jean Melliker, Bob Mickelson, Ron Milder, Chip Miller, Norma Murphy, Jeffrey W. Nehring, Janine Neppel, Kurt Newcomb, Christine Newcomb, Susie Oliver, Anthony Peer, Judy Pearson, Dale Powers, Rulon Pratt, Walter Prem, Raymond and Wava Raisley, Rose Rittenmeyer, Betty Robinson, Ronald John Schnedler, Lloyd Leo Schropp, Jenny Rose Schufer, David Schupert, Dan Shirky, John Scott Sugar, Catherine Spees, Larry Lee Starr, Don Steckley, Ada Savatos, Maxine Marie Sweeting, Harold Todd Swick, Gladys Taylor, Margaret Taylor, Joan Thurnes, Gerald Tienda, Donna M. Tim, David Tripsis, Virgil Tengezvik, Carol Ungerer, Elmer Van Orney, Ray Vensky, Robert L. Very, Richard Weber, Janet White Kramer, Virginia Williams, Levi Willits, Robert Chug Wilson, Robert Wayne Wright, Merritt Yegi, Zachary Yegi, Randy Yoder. And now, let's take a moment of silence to remember and honor those individuals whose names have not been read. Thank you.
Our last reading is called A Symbol of Hope, author unknown. A butterfly lights beside us like a sunbeam, and for a brief moment its glory and beauty belong to our world. But then it flies again, and though we wish it could have stayed, we feel lucky to have seen it.
All right, we'll go ahead and release our butterflies, and they're about ready to fly away. They are very ready, so we'll go ahead and release these one at a time. They can tell that they're ready to go. They're just trying to find that opening. There you go. Here's our second one. They don't even realize they're free. They love this warm weather.